Hello, beautiful people. My name is Sarah Alotabi, and I am making weekly videos to hold us all accountable to becoming the best versions of ourselves. Today's video is specifically law of attraction based, and I was guided to do this video as a message actually in my dreams about timeline shifting and explaining it and communicating it to the world in a better way and showing people how we can recognize timeline shifts in our lives. One of the greatest lessons that I learned from Master Sri Akashana was about deja vu, because I constantly experience this almost on a day-to-day basis. And I had always wondered where this came from, and the explanation of, oh, subconscious recognition, and it's just an anomaly or things like that, it never really sat well with me because it was too gray. But when I received this explanation from Master, and then it was confirmed again in the universe itself, I was able to understand that as quantum physics discusses, we are living in a multi-dimensional universe. That means that we have multiple timelines that are happening at the same time. I know it's hard to comprehend, especially if this is new to you. But as I've studied and practiced and worked with energies and the law of attraction, this has become a lot clearer to me. My practice has gone back almost 7 years now along my seeker's journey, and it's still continuing. I still feel like I'm at the beginning of my journey every single time, because it's always best to have a beginner's mindset, especially going through the seeking journey, because you open yourself up to truly understanding the possibilities that are out there in the universe. Now, when it comes to timeline shifts, a lot of this has to do with your emotional frequency and where you are on the frequency scale. From what I've understood and taken from my seeker's journey, where I am on the emotional scale of higher frequencies, which are positive, high frequency emotions, or lower frequencies, which are negative emotions, that determines what timeline I'm actually living out, because it's determining what I'm actually attracting into my universe. So that is why in Law of Attraction, we're always discussing and preaching the idea to remain in a high frequency, high vibration, so that the universe can bring you what you're asking for. Because there's a version of you in a timeline out there that is very high frequency, that has attracted what you already want. That's why you can even have the idea of something that you want, because idea is an energy, right? It's an electromagnetic current that happens in your mind, but it's a frequency that you pick up on. And it has to come from somewhere, right? It doesn't just come out of thin air. So these ideas that you get are made from these higher frequency versions of yourself, or even inspired by what we would call the universe at large, that then come to you. You pick up on the frequency, which means there's an existence of this idea already there. You just have to then align, which is what you do with attuning your frequencies to the higher frequencies to allow that into your life. Now, how this goes about in the universe's plan is that what you really have to do is prepare yourself. I'm practicing this now and learning this through Master as well, as you prepare your mind, body, and spirit, because you have to be the right container in order to allow this in. If you get tasked with too much, just like a cup pouring over water, it will overflow. You will not be able to handle it, and you will not be able to manage it, even as much as the universe wants to give you. So what you have to do is prepare that container. That is with your belief system, your spirit, that is showing strength and capability. That's also showing respect to the energies, and also aligning with a higher conscience and a higher goal and a higher drive. Understanding that we are here to serve. And when you align with that higher mission of what is happening in our universe at large, and I can go a little bit backwards just to make sure we're not losing some of you, because when I discuss the universe, I want to make sure you understand this whole idea of law of attraction coming in as a very scientific understanding when it comes to energies, positive and negative energies and attraction. It really frames itself in a really nice way, even as Master says, to be able to communicate to anyone beyond religion, because you can see it manifest in nature in our everyday lives. So when I discuss the universe, I mean that we can all agree at the end of the day something, someone, he, she, whatever you believe had to create this, right? The things we see around us, it had to come from somewhere, something. So whatever that something, somewhere is for any of you and all of you, and I honestly do respect all of your beliefs and whatever you believe, because I truly believe, as the law of attraction states, whatever you believe will come true for you. And I really hope that for everybody on this world and everybody on this planet. So when I discuss the universe at large, I really want you guys to understand that this is whatever that means for you and whatever resonates with you, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in multiple gods, however that is for you. I don't believe that you should have to defend your religion or you should have to tell anybody what it is that you believe and defend it. We're all here to discuss ideas and really share those. So I'm sharing with you an idea that I've learned and my understanding of the universe at large. So with this understanding, when you get to the universe and being able to communicate, we often discuss, and it's even in Islam, that God is even closer to you, right? And it's the same in Christianity, it's the same in many religions, that God is very, very close to you and is always watching over you. It's closer to you. In Islam, they say even than the cells inside you. And it's that grander connection that you have with the universe. And in the law of attraction, I believe it is energy and connection, right? So with this being said, and the different timeline shifts, when you start to align and get closer to the source, you can do this. You do this through meditation. You do this through practicing belief. You do this through serving for good. You do this through aligning with your higher cause. You do this through being a good person. You do this through finding balance in your life. You do this through working through each of your karmas and your levels and your challenges in your life, and constantly progressing and growing, because there are always new levels and there are always new understandings. It never stops. But for me, this explanation and why it's so important is that when it comes to timeline shifting, I've felt it personally within the past 2 days. I can be in one timeline, which is one emotion, manifesting one type of trajectory, moving in the future, and then flip 180 degrees the next day based on the practice that I'm doing, the environment that I surround myself with, and the beliefs that I have at the time, to a completely different timeline, and manifesting and bringing in beautiful things. So you have to know that these timelines are out there for every single one of us. There's the ability to shift just based on your mindset, your state of mind, and what it is you're believing and what it is you're actioning upon. Because as we know, if you're in a negative mindset or you're in a lower frequency, you will be attracting a future that aligns with that. If you flip and you're in a positive mindset, you'll be attracting a future that aligns with that. And I actually had this realization this morning when I woke up, that it almost felt like I woke up in a new world, in a new timeline as a new person. I was even looking at myself in the mirror, kind of looking at my hands and recognizing them. And kind of also a good technique to ground yourself is looking at your hands. It helps you to kind of bring you back in. But yes, it was a very interesting experience that I had, and I was kind of called to discuss this about timeline shifts and explain a little bit more about the law of attraction. As you'll know, I'll be doing a lot more videos about the law of attraction, and specifically how I use it in the 3D. Because as you know, I'm passionate about public speaking. I'm also passionate about health and fitness, lifestyle, being good, being of service to other people, and also seeing what you can do to help people, because we have so many brilliant people on this planet with so many goals and beautiful things that they want to bring into the world, and I really want to help people do that. So my goal in sharing all of this with you is to take you along this journey with me of understanding, of seeking, of growing, and then sharing with you how I've been able to take these pieces, add them to my life, to be able to expand all of my results and everything that I'm bringing in. So I'm really, really excited and enjoying this journey with you guys. Like the video, share it with anybody that you think it would help. And also, if you haven't already and you're new to this channel, subscribe, because I'll have a lot more videos coming towards you guys. And take care. Also, if you have any questions, because I have a feeling there are going to be a lot of questions around this, put them in the comments below. I would love to hear your insights, your inputs, things that you've experienced. We're here to discuss and seek together, and that this is an open community, and I want to make sure that it stays that way. Take care, guys, and sending my love.